Hey, peace and blessing, everybody. So, I want to talk to you about, moments when you feel like just things are getting burdensome. You feel like when life really begins to weigh on you and you just feel like you're about to explode and you feel like you're about to do something crazy or you getting desperate and you about to put it all on the line and you about to take risks and make sacrifices that you probably wouldn't take under any other circumstance. And I mean, you just get so caught up into the system and the cycle of life of survival and trying to chase the bag to take care of what? The bills, right? And the bills don't stop, and every time you get a little money, more bills, and it just become weighty. You know, that kind of weight can break a person. That kind of weight can cause an individual to do things that they wouldn't do under any other normal circumstance. That type of weight will cause an individual to lose their life, to put those that they love at risk, to lose their freedom, to lose their health, all behind the bag. And not just the bag per se, but of course, the money to what? Take care of bills. And let's just be frank, because that's the majority that's what the majority of individuals is trying to do, is just take care of the bills. Take care of the bills, get the weight of responsibility up off of them for just a little bit. Just give yourself a little room so that maybe possibly you can enjoy life just a little bit sometime, right? That's majority. That's majority. Well, I was compelled to share this thought with a beloved individual, and I had decided, this person isn't the only individual going through it. This person isn't the only one who feeling this type of pressure by the world and by the system. I even feel it sometimes. And a lot of us do. A lot of us do. A lot of us do. If we're not living in a place of real pure abundance, and I'm not talking about living on having good credit so you can afford the car that you want or the one that you like, and it don't cost an arm and a leg, or you was able to finally get a mortgage. I get the whole concept of buying houses and all that, but I mean, if you're still paying month to month, I mean, it's the same race. I get it. There's some different little bit of benefits here and there, but my point is this here: until we reach a point of living in real pure surplus, and I'm talking about the kind of surplus where you just have thousands and maybe even a few millions, just where it's just there, and it's steady adding and it's steady multiplying, and you don't have to even worry about touching that. And I mean, you're really in a place of not feeling the weight of financial responsibility. Until we get to that place, then we're subjected to this weighty that I'm talking about. That this pounding, this thing sometimes that makes you desperate and do crazy things. I want to say this to you. You are your best counselor. You are your best counselor because you know you best and you're with yourself more than anybody. So what I'm about to tell you is what you need to remind yourself when you're feeling this burden. Remind yourself first and foremost that when you're feeling stressed and burdened by life and it's just not coming together, no matter what you're doing, no matter how much effort it seems you're putting into it, it's just not adding up in the way that you need it to. and it's just really weighing on you. During those times and in moments, I want you to remind yourself this first, that this is nothing but life forcing you to change. This is life telling you it's time to change. It's some things you need to change. And that you're going to change whether you want to or not, or life am going to break you and destroy you. I'm going to either humiliate you until you humble yourself and change. Make some changes. Typically, the changes that life requires of us in these different stages in development, different stages of development, pardon me, is personal, very personal type change. Like, it's some things that you know you need to let go. It's some eating habits we have, some drinking habits, or some getting high habits, or some sexual habits, or whatever. It's some habits that we have that we know isn't really a plus in our life. It's not really a healthy thing. It's not really conducive towards the kind of life that we said we want overall. Whether it's in a marriage or by ourselves, whether it's in a union or at a workplace, but it's not conducive towards the kind of lifestyle that we said we want. You know, some of us say, you know, I know I've been needing to stop drinking. Let me stop drinking. Yeah, I get my little pleasures out of drinking, but at the end of the day, drinking is destroying me physically. Drinking is I mean, it's just not a plus. It takes my energy and whatever else, right? A lot of us who get high, I understand we say it's a natural herb, this, that, and other, and despite that we have scholars who have broken down the whole scientific aspect of this new wave green that's been floating out, and how much scientific lab work has been done to that marijuana and how much chemicals has been added to it, we still say it's natural, right? Because this is what, anything we love to do, we're going to defend it. We're going to find some kind of proof, evidence, whatever it is to defend it, right? So we say it's natural. But here's one thing I want you to understand is that if anything external has to give you peace, I'm saying if something else, if you don't have peace until you have something external, then you don't have it. If you don't have comfort until you have something external, you don't have it. You know? So if you can't cope with life just with who you are, then you're still in a very unstable situation and state. You're in a very dangerous position because you're controlled by something that is of creation. That is like that becomes your God. Becomes what an individual is a slave to. That becomes the idol that one is worshiping. You know, because now I've put my peace of mind, my comfort into something that I created or that I'm supposed to be ruling over. You know, that is something external, basically what I'm trying to say. It's not something that's naturally a part of who I am. You know, I hope you get what I'm saying. First, remind yourself, it's time to let things go. This is life telling me it's time for me to make some changes again in my life. It's time for me to back away from some people. It's time for me to start being around a different type of people. It's time for me to start listening to different things, listening to different types of people. You know, it's time for me to start watching different things, doing new things, and letting go some things. The second thing I want you to remind yourself is that what you're feeling is natural. Why it's natural? It's natural because it's making you uncomfortable. You see, when it's time to change and when life forces you to change, you see, life causes the discomfort. You know, there's one thing I used to say, or that I have been saying lately, is that we have to start redefining what we call fun. You know, we have to stop being so set on running away from discomfort, set on running away from things of displeasure, because that's where the growth is at, in the discomfort. Sometimes in things that don't feel as good. You know, we have to start getting ourselves reacquainted with discomfort, because in the discomfort, in the hard work, in the task, it's where the real growth takes place. So when we don't put ourselves in discomfort, then we're not taking control of the change. We're waiting for life to set discomfort and change us. And that's when it hurts more. So remind yourself, one, it's time to change. Life is only telling me some things I need to change. I'm feeling the way I'm feeling right now because it's some things I need to change. It's some things I need to stop just thinking about, talking about, complaining about. It's some things I need to start doing with myself. Has nothing to do with other people. It's time for me to get a little bit more selfish for a little while with people. They'll understand if they love me, if they don't really love me, and it's all about what they get out of the whole dealing of me, then so be it. But hey, it's time for me right now to focus on me. I have to save myself, because life has waited long enough, and it's forcing me to change. It's telling me I have to make some changes now. The second thing, remind yourself that the burden you're feeling, the discomfort that you're feeling, it's only natural. It comes with the change. That you're gonna feel the discomfort whether you put yourself in an uncomfortable situation so that you can get what you want and how you're trying to get there, or life is gonna put you in an uncomfortable situation and force you to change. That's what I wanted to share this morning. And if you have any questions, comments, let me know what you think. And always remember to just, like, subscribe, share, pass the word to somebody who you feel really needs to hear this. Yeah, y'all have a good side. Peace and blessings.